This morning, U of M shakeup. Michigan's head football coach now behind bars after being fired from his position.
Plus, tensions continue to rise this morning in the Caribbean as the U.S. ramps up its pressure against Venezuela with more military action.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News this morning.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, December 11th. I'm Kirk Montgomery.
And I'm Megan Vaselli. Thanks for waking up with us. 6 News is here for you as you start your day. But first, here's Katie with a quick check of your forecast.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Yesterday was a mess. We had snow, then we switched to rain, then we switched back to snow. The only thing that was a bit of a consolation prize was that at least they were pretty chunky snowflakes, so it looked really amazing to look outside and just see an actual snow globe around you. Temperatures maxed out in the mid to upper 30s, but then quickly fell yesterday afternoon, and now we're sitting in the 20s for this morning. Cold air is going to be a staple of our weekend forecast, but I have good news for anyone who wants some warmer weather. All of it's coming up a little later on in the full forecast.
The University of Michigan's football program dealing with a major shakeup this morning.
And 6 News is working to learn more about why now former head coach Sharon Moore was booked into the Washtenaw County Jail just hours after getting fired.
Now, Moore hasn't appeared in court yet to face formal charges, but here's what we know so far. The Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office confirms deputies booked Moore into the county jail last night, but didn't say why. However, our media partners at MLive report Moore's arrest is linked to an alleged assault that took place right outside of Ann Arbor. Meanwhile, Pittsfield Township Police, which responded to the reported assault, is not providing further details to, quote, maintain the integrity of the investigation. As for Moore's firing, the university cites credible evidence that he engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel made the announcement yesterday evening, saying Moore's termination is effective immediately. In the meantime, U of M appointed associate coach Biff Poggi as interim head coach.
Tensions continue to escalate this morning after the U.S. military seizes an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela.
Now, this all comes amid recent raids of suspected drug boats in the Caribbean.
The United States has been involved in strikes on alleged drug boats near the coast for months now. But yesterday's move marks the first time the administration has gone after oil, which is Venezuela's main source of revenue. The country has the largest oil reserves in the world, producing around 1 million barrels a day, with much of it currently under U.S. sanctions.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening. I assume we're going to keep the
This comes as lawmakers from both parties continue pressing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth for more information about his role in the strike of an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean back in early September.
This week, affordability is in full focus in Washington. Lawmakers are taking up opposing plans to tackle health care costs, which are expected to skyrocket for millions.
Meanwhile, as Jared Hill reports, President Trump continues to defend what he calls his administration's efforts to strengthen the economy.
Today in the Senate, a split on health care.
We're fighting to reduce premiums, and specifically on the Affordable Care Act.
The chamber set to vote on dueling bills as COVID-era health care subsidies are expected to skyrocket at the end of the year. Dems pushing for an extension, Republicans a revamp.
It delivers the benefit directly to the patient, not to the insurance company, and it does it in a way that actually saves money.
Neither is expected to pass. It's the latest focus on pocketbook issues for everyday Americans. In an economic speech in Pennsylvania,
new word is affordability.
President Trump roasted Democrats for their focus on the issue, blaming them for higher prices, as he continued Wednesday to tout his administration's successes.
The economy is roaring. I think the economy is only going to go, better with all this money pouring in.
At a grocery store in Pennsylvania, shoppers said they're still hurting.
Prices are just too high. Everything is too high.
In its focus on immigration, Wednesday, the White House also launched the website for an expedited visa program dubbed the Trump Gold Card, selling for at least $1 million to visitors who provide a substantial benefit to the U.S.
All funds go to the United States government. Could be a tremendous amount of money.
Back on Capitol Hill, the House cleared the National Defense Authorization Act. The $900 billion policy would increase pay for troops, repeal sanctions on Syria, and provide military aid to Ukraine. Next, it heads to the Senate for a vote. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The Trump administration is proposing changes to the electronic system for travel authorization and wants tourists from several countries that now enjoy visa-free travel to the U.S. to give additional personal information before entering the country. This information includes their social media history for the past 5 years, emails they have used for the past 10 years, and the personal information of immediate family members, including phone numbers and residence. The goal, according to the Department of Homeland Security, is to strengthen security and block travelers who may pose a threat. However, critics say that these new requirements will discourage travel and hurt tourism.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Outside the Capitol camera, a few flurries have flown past, but it's not going to lead to any accumulation. Just a little bit of lake effect snow still drifting by after yesterday's activity, which activity feels like a lighter term for what actually happened. It was a mess. And now this morning, colder air is moving in, so while we could still see a few flurries, that's about it for our precipitation. The impact of the colder air is going to be more, well, impactful at this point. 23, the current temperature in Lansing, the teens towards our west. And when you throw in the wind chill, you see wind chill in Green Bay is at 0. Feels like 12 here in Lansing. Colder air still yet to come in our forecast. But for today, Shaggy gets to enjoy green paws. 15 years old. Happy birthday to Shaggy. All the other pets out there can enjoy the green paws as well, with temperatures in the 20s for the afternoon. While it's colder than yesterday, at least it's not damp. That wet, just cold air, it gets you to the bone.
It was just awful.
Ooh, and you know, I was working on forecast until I think it was 11:30 or something. It's looking okay, but I forgot my snow pants like a beginner, and I don't think I could feel my toes for about 2 hours.
No, I did see in the women's restroom where, you know, we all have our stuff. I see a chair pulled up to the heater just with a sopping wet pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And yeah, I was thinking about y'all
It's
day.
hard to get me to change back into a dress after we're done with the show. Yesterday did that.
Yeah, I bet.
She's changed before you and I start recording our cut-ins, typically.
I'm like Superman. Give me a phone book.
When I saw her bouncing around the building in a dress, I'm thinking, what happened?
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, it all makes sense.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, we support you.
We should point out that our school closing list is growing, so check out the bottom of your screen or our website as well.